I got involved in wildlife mainly because of my friends were going, and I decided to come with them.
First time I met my Young Life leader, it was last year. I just got out of golf practice. Me and Jack David went to the first Young Life. Yeah, it was cool. There was a lot of people there, and it was a good environment. You know, he was kind of dorky. I mean, I thought he was 12. Honestly, thought he was still in college. But he walks up and he's like, "Yeah, I'm your Young Life leader." If you didn't know, that was Kirk. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good experience.
A boy named Drew in my class. I had him chorus. He invited me one day out of nowhere. He's like, "Bro, you should come to Young Life." I was like, "What is this?" And, he was like, "It's on Thursdays at 7:57. I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll try it out."
The first time I met my Young Life leader, I remember her just like coming up to me because I guess I wasn't gonna go up to an older person. That's not me. I'm very shy, and I just remember her intentionally asking me questions about just about how I was and how I was doing, how school is, and it was just kind of weird. Why would she want to know about me and stuff? So I just thought that was really neat and how she wanted to know me.
I started doing Young Life because I went to a Sunday school at First Baptist, met some cool people there that happened to know Alan, and so I got a text from Alan asking if I want to go eat some countries. Went and got some barbecue. Never heard of Young Life, so we wanted to go and see what it was all about. So I went to Sharp Top Cove almost 2 years ago now, and that was my first experience with Young Life. It was overwhelming, but a lot of fun, and I was kind of hooked right as that weekend ended.
Our wildlife leader was probably meeting Lance, and I remember meeting him. It was at a club time, and he looked like Markiplier, and that's why I instantly connected to him. And he just has this attitude and this just the way he acts is it's a friendly way, and you feel connected to him.
Not long after Young Life came back to LaGrange, I had some friends approach me about getting involved on committee. So I jumped on the Young Life committee, not long after you got to town, and served on committee for 4 years, I guess, something like that, 4 years on committee, and then my kids have kind of gotten involved in it as we've gone from there.
I love how it's a place where anyone can go. It's not like, oh, only popular kids can come, or oh, only band kids can come. It's anyone can come and just come together, worship God, just love on each other.
Doing the dances and all the songs was very interesting. I was like, okay, when we play a good selection of songs that was popular, I was like, okay, they listen to music a little bit. And yeah, after that, I started coming back again. I liked it. It was interesting, and it made my thirsty. So yeah.
It's a hard question. I like it personally because it's a different atmosphere than you're usually used to. It's different with Young Life because you have your school friends, the friends you grew up with, and it's good to see them getting a part of Christ and being in that aspect of it.
I love the humor at Young Life Club. It's the best, just being able to just go and enjoy yourself and just laughing, just because that's one of my favorite things to do, and I love how it's just one of the biggest things a part of Young Life.
About wildlife is that you get to talk to a bunch of people and have fun while you're learning about God.
Young Life leaders, myself and everyone else included, we really start to try to get to know high school guys and girls before we even do anything else. We just want to get to know them and be friends with them first, and ultimately we want high school kids to get to know Jesus, but we want to be their friends and love them first.
All right, so how would I describe Young Life? That's a very good question. Young Life is, to me, it's a great opportunity for teenagers because it's a faith-based organization that kind of breaks the stereotypes of what being faith-based is all about. It's not buttoned down and it's all serious, and teenagers like to have fun. And so Young Life's a great opportunity for a variety of different people to come together in a fun type of atmosphere, but they're still learning about Jesus. So it puts faith in a fun perspective. And for a lot of kids, a lot of teenagers think, oh man, faith is boring, faith is boring, faith is boring. Well, this is proof that faith doesn't have to be boring.
I'd say Young Life is one of the best activities, after school activities you go to. I mean, it's every Thursday, and you be like, man, is it Thursday already? Because I would say that when I first got started, is it Thursday? And it's like, no, not yet. Everything they do is like really great, and I like it. And I think you'll love it too. I mean, I love it.
I have a good relationship with Kim Skiff because I've known her a long time. And it's a good relationship. I feel like I can talk to her about anything.
I want to thank them for the impact that they've had on my life, and they'll never know how great it is, because even like the smallest things, like just texting me like, hey, what's up, or like, let's go hang out, like that just means so much, because like sometimes we just all feel alone, but they make me feel known, so.
I mean, I've learned a lot from hanging out with Lance, and a lot about God, and just every Tuesday or every other Tuesday we'll go to Chick-fil-A, just eat breakfast with a bunch of my friends, and he's tried to meet up with me outside of wildlife, and I never expected that from a wildlife leader. I guess I kind of expected like someone, oh, I'm here like while you're at wildlife, but I mean, I don't really want to be a part of your personal life. But Lance was never like that. Lance always wanted to meet up with me afterwards, take me somewhere, talk about God. Lance was just always trying to be connected to me, and I like that about him.
Here, when I first met him, I was just thought it was like adults. It just came to Young Life, and like just part of like the group activities, and like going to camp man painters and just seeing like a lot of them like realize they were our leaders and like be there for us and lead us in the direction, you know. And I liked it. I was like, okay.
That's right. And he's this really enthusiastic dude. I mean, super funny. He's like he's an 11th grader. I mean, and he looks like it too, so he looks the part. So, I mean, that's good about it. And I mean, he's really supportive, and like when we went to Carolina Point, we had the one-on-one talks, and you could tell he really cared, and he's really good guy. And that was the first time I like really bonded with him, because I haven't known him that long. I've known him for about half a year, so that was good.
Because some people, they just don't go to church as much, and you could just be like, oh, it's super fun, like you can definitely get something out of it.
The short amount of time, Young Life at Troop, it's been, you see people getting excited about it, you know, and people will be like, dude, what's the theme tonight? Like jerseys or like Hawaiian night or something like that, you know. It's good to see people talking about that, and they'll ask like what the lesson is, and then like, so like they want to know and they want to know about it, so that's good.
I feel like having Young Life in LaGrange is super important, because it's an opportunity to reach kids to Jesus who aren't necessarily having that don't have opportunities to be reaching other areas. They may not be involved in church. They may not have parents who are introducing them to Jesus on any kind of basis. So as a person who's been on committee, I've heard the success stories of teenagers in LaGrange, Georgia, who have no faith, that have become Christians, who have developed a relationship with Jesus through their Young Life leaders and through going to camp.
I think it's important because the kid who doesn't know many people, or maybe doesn't feel comfortable talking about God, can come to wildlife and just open up, make friends, you know, worship with friends, and just, it's a place to connect with people. That's what's great about it.
Young Life in LaGrange is unique to me because I feel like it brings a lot of guys together to do things that usually wouldn't be hanging out together. You know, when we have club and have different events, if we're just hanging out playing flag football or something, you're going to see like a lot of different guys who may not ever cross paths other than maybe in the hallways at school, but you know, they learn to extend friendships outside of their own groups, and it just really includes a lot of different kids. And I think Young Life as a whole just really brings everyone together, especially when we have like a big club or going to camp and stuff like that. Getting a lot of different kids together is definitely most unique about it.
Just being able to see, like, not only in my friend group, but just being able to see it in all the grades, and like how Young Life has impacted just like people that I don't even talk to, like they come because so and so invited them, and they just get to see how like God loves them at Young Life. So
stuff you hear on the news, and it'd be like a great place for all the teens and the children to come, just to learn more about God and interact. It was you got to do a lot of stuff, and it like helps you out. And you got the leaders like to help you out too if you need help, which is great. So you'll never have to like depend on yourself, and you can depend on God and your Young Life friends and leaders to always be there with you. It definitely impacted my life. Being with like everyone, just like everyone's so nice and just all come together no matter what. And it's pretty interesting. I loved it. And especially clubs, I definitely loved it. But definitely impact my life with learning more about God and what He can do, and that He helped me out last year doing a lot of stuff, just going through 9th grade.
without Young Life, my relationship with God probably wouldn't have started. It started at Whitney Gap, so it's really just been like a place that God has really like been shown to me. Like He is this fun, like outgoing person that wants to love me and know me. So that's how it's impacted me.
It's changed my relationship with God significantly, because if I didn't go to Wildlife, I never would have gone to Southwind. And if I didn't go to Southwind, the preachers there or in the worshiping and just the atmosphere is all centered around God, and it's just brought me so much closer to Him, and it's affected my Jesus life significantly. It's changed it a lot.
Well, again, I could speak about just looking at my oldest, Cole, who's about to graduate, and he's been involved a lot longer. I look at his service. He's becoming more of a servant as being involved in Young Life, more of a leader being involved in Young Life, and just the ability to step out of his comfort zone and kind of get involved in things that normally you wouldn't think teenage boys would get involved in. And just seeing him grow as a young man through this process has been just real special to watch.
It's impacted my life because you just get to meet a bunch of new people, and you get to get closer with some of your friends and stuff, that you find out stuff that you would have never known.
It's a different look at your walk with Christ. It's more of you kind of see it in a different aspect, and then you could grow off of that, seeing your friends do it, and then you have a group behind you that's willing to help you and move through along with your walk with Christ. This is Hamilton Bedingfield. I'm in 10th grade, and I go to Troop High.
Okay. I'm Chloe Crockett. I go to school at LaGrange High School, and I'm in the 9th grade.
My name is Thomas Crocker. I'm a school teacher here in LaGrange, and I have 3 kids in high school right now currently that are involved in Young Life.
I'm Rob Simpson. I'm a senior at LaGrange College. I've been leading for almost 2 years now.
Okay, I'm Zion Kim. I'm a sophomore, 10th grade, and I go to LaGrange High School.
My name's Sally. I'm in 12th grade, and I go to LaGrange High School.
My name is Miller Devane. I'm in the 9th grade, and I go to LaGrange High School.